1-star reviews. You guys, I genuinely don't think I've ever given a 1-star review to a book before. If it's getting to that point, I just DNF it. But there are some ruthless people out there. You might be one of them who has given a 1-star review before. I'm gonna read some 1-star reviews of my favorite books. I always put a disclaimer in my videos. We all are allowed to have our own opinion. If some of my favorite books are not your favorite books, that is okay. I'm a very open-minded person. So some of these 1-star reviews I might even agree with, even if it's like one of my all-time favorite books. I'm open to hearing everyone's thoughts and feelings. I'm expecting to be upset, but also laugh a little bit. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to my 5 stars this year. So I have a little tab on my Goodreads, 2021, 2, 3, and 2024. So I've had 12 5-star reads so far this year. I call that a pretty big win. I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna pick a few of them to really dive deep on, okay? And I am expecting my feelings to get hurt, and that's okay. So let's start out. Ooh, which one? Let's do The Invisible Life of Addie Larue, because this one is so popular, and it's not that controversial either. Like, I'm looking at House of Flame and Shadow, like that one's really, I feel like, controversial. Either people loved it or people hated it. So I'm gonna do The Invisible Life of Addie Larue first. 4.1 stars, 1 million, 1.1, that's crazy, 1.1 million ratings. On Goodreads, I really do love this feature. They have where you can just look at certain community reviews. So I'm gonna go to the 1-star, 16,000 1-star reviews. That's only 1% of the ratings, so it's a pretty highly rated book. If you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. But let's see what these people have to say. Oh man, that's a long one. Oh, she like went in. See, these 1 stars I kind of respect. I'm not gonna lie. Like the 1 stars that are paragraphs long, honestly, good for you. I'm not reading all that. Okay, so like this one right here. Oh my gosh, this book deserves nothing of its hype. It's bland, it's boring, it's repetitive, it's stupid, it's hollow, and pointless. Oh no, it's not. Oh my god, see, why are these 1 stars are impressive. I'm so used to the single word 1 stars. These are, maybe I should have rated it 1 star just to be this passionate about it. Yeah, again, I'm not reading all that. That's a book itself. Talking about this though, like, did we all read the same book? Like, seriously, I want to know these major discrepancies are possible. I think that's just like what is so cool about reading, is how different our opinions can be when it comes to the same book. And I bet this girl too, like who wrote this review, I bet I love some of the same books she does, but this being one of my favorite books of all time, how much she hated it, crazy. It's so cool. Like, I actually enjoy the fact that she has a really passionate and like good opinion on why she rated it 1 star. Like that paragraph, good for you, girl. I do like these 1-star reviews. They put a quote, but they're still rating it 1 star. Like they liked that quote, apparently. Like, the darkness plays its own game. It makes its own rules, and you have lost. And then she goes on this big spiel about why she hated the book. It's kind of sweet of you to quote something, you know, it's nice of you. TBH, I don't remember anything at all. Laughs and fun. Kind of funny, not gonna lie, because Addie Larue, no one remembers her. I want to know people's rating scales, because like some of these I'm rating, I'm like, it seems like you enjoyed aspects of this book. To be like an interesting premise about the twin desires that rule us all. Like, yeah, it is an interesting premise. Did you agree? Like, did you like the idea of it? Because even just the idea of it might mean you liked it a little bit. Okay, see, there you go. There's 2 in a row that's saying DNF. That's better to me than a 1 star. If you're still reading a book and rating it 1 star, stop reading it. Stop reading it. I also don't put on my shelf if I've DNF'd a book. If I DNF it, I put on it like a separate shelf. I don't count it as a book that I read. Okay, this, maybe it's just this book, but like, I don't necessarily hate this. There's just nothing to like. Lovely premise, but the story itself was bland and shallow. Saying in a review, I didn't necessarily hate this, to me does not warrant a 1-star review then. Like, a 1 star is like an immediate, no thank you, probably should have DNF'd it, like, not good. But to say I didn't necessarily hate this probably means you liked it a little bit, right? we're moving on. Oof, I think I still want to do House of Flame and Shadow because I have thoughts and feelings about that, but we'll come back to that. Let's do Manacled, because Manacled is a very trigger warning filled book. Like, it's a scary, there's lots and lots and lots of scary things going on in that world. So I feel like the 1 stars would be really interesting. 4.6, incredible. 90,000 ratings. So let's see what these 90,000 people had to say. Only 600 people gave it 1 star. That's really impressive. And if you are a Harry Potter fan and you look up the trigger warnings, I would recommend reading this book. It's very, very well done. Trigger warnings for sure. I totally understand these ones. I feel like I could understand these 1 star reviews pretty well. I couldn't get past chapter 58. This book was the slowest thing I've ever read. Extremely slow. I can agree with that. Also, Manacled was so slow, but I don't think it's overhyped. Like, if you are an impatient person, you have to go into this book knowing that it's freaking slow. I think this book is like, if you get it, you get it. And these 600 people did not get it, you know? Be so fucking real with these reviews, people. I am, and that's why I gave it 5 stars. It was so bad. I want to give it 0, but that's not possible, so I give it a 1. I'm really confused why this is so popular when all it does is romanticize. That's actually a really good point. This book has some very dark topics. And no, I'm not condemning people who love it. I still love you anyway. This kind of 1 star review just touched my heart, you know? To say, like, I'm not condemning people who read it. I love 1 star reviews like that. Like, thank you. Thank you, because we all think differently. I wonder who Liz is. I would probably be friends with Liz. Liz, let's be friends. I'm not gonna lie, when is Goodreads gonna update their website? Goodreads, I'm calling you out. I remember sitting at my high school in 2014 and 2015 on Goodreads. I think I made my Goodreads in 2014, and it has not changed. Like, some of the things have like rounded out. They've made them a little more, like the buttons more modern, but that's it. Just for the Summer. Now, my problem with Just for the Summer is this might be like my favorite book of the year. So any of these reviews are gonna really, really hurt. Like, this is a 6 star for me, not just a 5 star. 4.4 and 430,000 ratings. So everybody needed therapy. Yeah, but like towards the end of the book, they know that. Like, they say, didn't Emma literally not talk to Justin because she needed space, and like she realized that? Like, that's it. Yes, everyone needed therapy, but that's what makes it fun. Just for the Summer is exactly what I imagined if you took the worst parts of an early 2000s Tumblr, Wattpad, and ran them through random TikTok buzzwords generator. So here's the thing. I was a Wattpad girly. So if you're saying that this is Wattpad inspired book, then that's exactly why I loved it. Female main character is the smallest girl ever. Am I just dumb? What does that mean? Oh, like she was physically small? Was that said in there? I don't remember that. I really am terrible at remembering character descriptions, like what they look like. Abby Jimenez mentioned how like small she was. That gives me like 2020 The Hating Game, when everyone was like, we get it, she's cute and small. Like, that's what that's giving me. Man, people love saying this one. I forgot what that meme is, but it was so bad I wanted to give you a 0, but that's not possible, so I give you a 1. Okay, there was trauma in this. I don't think it was trauma dumping, but also it was a fun rom-com. It was a meet cute. Like, they met in a really funny, goofy way. I thought this book was hilarious. Like, I loved the aspects of this book, and then the trauma and the family and mental health issues, I think, added to the story and made the characters so deep. So I guess if you're like hating on all of the things that make a good book, like, sure, I guess give it 1 star, that's fine. See, this one says, I know what this book was going for and I just hated it. What do you think the book was going for? It's like, why'd you pick it up if you knew what the book was going for? Was this written by an AI robot who is made to watch 300 hours of TikTok? I can kind of agree with you on that one. There were a lot of buzzwords and a lot of modern things kind of throw in. Get it, but sometimes it can come off kind of cringy, so I kind of agree with that. I'm sorry this book gave me the ick. Audibly said ew at 73% and needed to scrub that from my headphones. So, actually, I have a comment on this because I'm guessing this girl listened to it And I can agree that there are many books up here that I've rated really low because I hated the narrator of an audiobook. Guessing since this is marketed as like a rom-com and like a funny romance, it was probably narrated by someone who might have like a whiny voice. I feel like they think it sounds like flirty or something, but it doesn't. It sounds like cringy. And I can agree that if you listen to this, you probably did not like it. Go girl, give us nothing. Abby, you gave me something. You gave me something. Okay, now I really want to look at House of Flame and Shadow because I loved this book for what it was and for what I think it's gonna do to other books in the SJM universe. So 4.2, it has 405,000 ratings. I agree with A Happy Hermit. I follow her on Instagram. I'm gonna like that one. It really was everything it should have been. For Bryce, like this is, I've said this a million times on this channel, but this was Bryce's book. This was no one else's book, and if you expected it to be anyone else's book, I'm not surprised you were disappointed. So it has 3,000 one-star reviews, which to me, I'm kind of surprised about because I thought there would be a lot more. Even though that I love this book, I'm on the side of Bookstagram that people trash it. Like, everyone hates this book. Oh no, Chandler. I love Chandler. Chandler and I actually have very, very different opinions. Like, I've subscribed to her for a while and I don't agree with a lot of her ratings, but again, I love her and I love like that we do have different opinions. Wait, I kind of want to read hers. This would be great. Dudes with massive cervix destroying hogs. Yes. I think everything Chandler bullet pointed, that's why I love it. Hunt literally can't wear any underwear because his dick is too big. Wait, did that happen? I annotated the shit out of this book. I should remember. Was he not wearing underwear at some point? I don't remember, but that's really funny. The harder you rise, the harder you fall. I don't think that's the saying. Isn't it the higher you rise, the harder you fall? Not to judge, because I would mess that up too. Sarah J. Maas wrote her own kill switch on the Maasverse and activated it when it was published. I really don't think so. I think this book sets up for her other books. I think this one is gonna tie into other ACOTAR books. Like, I think it's all gonna come back full circle and people are gonna wish they didn't rate it 1 star. That's what's gonna happen. Oh wow, no one died again. That is a little frustrating. I do really enjoy when books are not afraid to kill characters off. I just read, and I'm giving a recommendation in this, I just finished the Book of Azrael, Book 2, A Throne of Broken Gods, and that she is not afraid to kill people off, and I love Amber Nicole for that. So did the real copy get lost in the mail? No, unfortunately, that's it. One more. These 1 stars have actually kind of surprised me. I feel like people really are passionate about these and kind of go into them like knowing that they're gonna hurt some feelings, and good for y'all. I could not hurt anyone's feelings like that. But 4.5, 102,000 ratings. Let's go to 1 star. Oh my god, only 160. Oh, my dyslexia is kicking in. Only 176 ratings. Wellness check on everyone that rates this above 1 star. Worst book in the series by far. Honestly, wellness check on you, because there's only 100 1-star reviews out of 102,000 ratings. Like, I think we need to do a wellness check on you. Spoiler alert, Kennedy is a bitch. Okay, quite literally, I thought this too, and I still think this. I think Kennedy, for majority of the book, I was like, girl, loosen up a little bit. You're being mean to him. Like, you're coming off as kind of like a bitch. But I love her for that. Like, she's been through it, so I understand why she's a bitch. Tropes like this amplify all the things I hate about women in sports. Oh, like, you are a healthcare provider, have some boundaries. Okay, good point. Too many F-bombs and GDs in this book. Okay, that's preference. I cuss like a sailor, so I'm like, give me all the F-bombs. My grandparents who hate each other have more chemistry than the main characters. Your poor grandparents. Why do they hate each other? I could have been so good. Okay, I'm done. That's enough. You know, I can only take so many negative reviews of my favorite books, but honestly, I was expecting to be hurt a lot more. Like, I kind of agreed with some of them, but also, like, maybe if you're watching this, really narrow down your rating system. Like, it might not be that serious, and it's really not that serious. Like, rating books is meant to be fun. But if you're DNFing a book, you didn't finish it, so I don't think you should be able to rate it. That's just my opinion. If you give it 1 star, make sure you actually hate the book. Like, it might deserve like a 2 star. That is it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and hit subscribe and like, and go check out my new bookish merch, Book Lover Ghost sweatshirt. It is getting into the fall season, so if you want your own, my Etsy shop is in the description below.